Want to give another quick photo. Let me just see real quick. Okay.
Sure.
This is Senator D'Amato. Who's this guy on the senator's right?
Oh, that was Ralphie Schuler. He was a kid that we grew up with, and he was one of the first kids to get killed. And an ex friend of ours in that whole Giannini crew.
What did he do to get killed?
He was getting too big for his bridges. He thought he was better than everybody. He was doing a lot of shady shit within the last 5 years, and he used to go robbing places, and then people will always like. One time he robbed fireworks off of a guy for 25 grand. He got caught. It was actually Bobby Glasses' guy. And Bobby then got close to him, and he was starting not to do stuff like that. But he was just he would pinch people all the time. And him and Vito started getting into like tit for tats, and eventually he got killed.
Wow. Found him in a trunk, I heard.
Yeah, in Long Island. He got killed. They took him to it was Fabio and Vito. They took him to Fabio's house. They killed him, put him in a trunk. And then the next day, they were help looking for him.
Wow. Who's the other guy?
It's sad, huh?
Who's the other guy?
That's D'Amato. You know that guy in the middle.
Oh, D'Amato, the other guy.
Joe Gambino. He flipped. He started coming. He flipped during the Vinny Bassiano days, and he flipped on. Actually, he sat on Vinny Bassiano, and I think he sat on Bobby Glasses as well. Don't hold me on that. I think so. He was a character. We grew up with him. His uncle was Tony Aiello. His cousin is Anthony Aiello.
Yeah.
He had to grow up fast. Both his parents were in jail when he was 15, and they handed him the coffee shop to take care of, which was the prerequisite to Giannini's. It was on Palmetto and Freshmont. It was called Nino's Cafe.
That's Ridgewood?
That's Ridgewood, yeah. And Giannini's 6612, the address, right in the middle. Nino's was right in the corner. Can't believe I remember that. And he took care of it, and they took it away from him. You know, he was hanging out with older people. He had a little bit of a habit with this stuff, and that was it. Vinny took a liking to him, Bastiano. It seemed like a lot of people Vinny was taking a like to after Messina kind of was on the lines of Joe Gambino with an A. I don't know. And that was it.
Okay. One of the things that makes it interesting is you had about 30, maybe 40 guys, but they consisted of different families. It seems like, respectfully, a lot of the Bonanno guys that were like around Bonanno guys and probably groomed to Bonanno guys, a lot of them flipped. Colombo, Gambino guys as well. Who actually made it out of the crew? Who made it into the life? Who got made? And who's actually out and thriving, or out maybe in jail, about to come out soon? Who of that crew actually didn't flip and is out and thriving? Anybody?
Yeah, there's about 10 to 12 of them that are made.
Okay.
There's not like one, like the other farm crews, whatever the fuck you call them. There's not one person. There's 12, maybe 11.
Yeah.
And a couple of them are coming out too. So back to people, I hate the comparisons anyway. I don't want to start no shit. I'm not that fucking guy. They get here, my farm team was better than you. I don't give a fuck, I could only talk about what I know about us.
40 guys.
Well, let me tell you something. I talked to
a big deal,
Well, yeah. Well, then again, to other people's defense, we covered the whole Ridgewood. We covered Middle Village, Glendale. You go to places like Bensonhurst, there's blocks. And there's a lot of tough kids. So even if there's 10 of them, they're tough,
Yeah.
So let's give them that kind of credit. You know what I mean? But I talked to a friend of mine that was part of that. We're still friends today.
Yeah.
He doesn't give interviews at all. Doesn't want to.
Yeah.
He was part of that Bath Avenue Beach crew.
Yeah.
And he's a really nice guy. I like him a lot. He's doing really well in life. And he hasn't never gotten in trouble since those days.
Yeah.
So you guys can figure out who it is, but I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah.
And I asked him one time, he goes, we were tough. He goes, but those 20th Avenue kids, my cousin Dino's crew, and them, they would have rolled all over us. They wanted to go there one time. I don't know how true that is. I don't know nothing about. I'm from Queens. I'm not from
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, so I don't know. But that's what he was saying. So who's better to know than somebody that was in that
Well,
clip?
you had family relations. Let's talk a little bit about the 20th Avenue crew that was pretty serious. Calabro.
Well, me and